all the other colleagues who have joined us on this program, Mr. Tej Bhatla from TCS,
Thank you.
all the other colleagues from DGFT. The additional DGFT is the economic advisor, deputy DGFTs, Shri Akshay Singhal, the project manager from ENY, all the other distinguished participants of this program. A very warm good afternoon to all of you. I'm delighted to be a part of this inauguration of a landmark e-governance initiative of the Director General of Foreign Trade. It's a much awaited initiative. There was a time when wind patterns used to determine the flow of trade, particularly when shipping used to be determined by where the wind flows. We have now come to the mobile screen, in a way facilitating trade. And such technological innovations are going to drive international engagements going forward. If you really look at those countries who have had very accelerated economic development, you will find a high degree of knowledge as the base for their growth, for very deep roots into the trade, particularly international trade. COVID-19 has certainly pushed the world to acknowledge the need for such technological transformation. It has caused disruption in world trade, but yet it has also opened up large opportunities, which we in India also are trying to engage with. As we look at finding a rightful place in global trade, as we look at much focused interventions in areas where we have a competitive edge over other countries, very often simple trade-related processes and procedures can also become quite cumbersome or burdensome. And when they are available at the touch of a button through this mobile app, for instance, we will in fact be ensuring going forward ease of doing business and speedy growth in our international trade. In the post-COVID-19 world, technology and technology-enabled governance will play a key role in determining our growth and competitiveness. The era of mobile government is changing the nature of interaction between citizens and the government. We are all pushing towards the single window approach. It helps better and faster service delivery to all our stakeholders. It liberates our participants of international trade from last mile glitches and also liberates them from the need for physical presence. And people can work irrespective of where they are. We become location agnostic. It removes a lot of middlemen from the value chain, gives a direct connect between stakeholders and the government, and obviously all of this leads to ease of doing business. Today's launch of the DGFT Trade Facilitation mobile app is actually a symbol of India's Aatmanirbharta initiative. Our idea of making India Aatmanirbhar or self-reliant will be incomplete unless all our stakeholders also have the confidence that our processes are seamless, our processes are simple to implement, and Government and its agencies like DGFT are actually only trade facilitators and not in any way becoming obstructionist to the growth and orderly development of international trade. In fact, on more than one occasion, I have suggested it's now time we moved out from even the phrase director general and went into something more facilitated, something more collaborative. And I would urge you, Amitji, to give a thought to it. And we should re-Christian our DGFT to really reflect our thinking and the role that we envisage for DGFT in the years to come. It should make governance easy, economical, and accessible to all. And it is this change in the traditional thinking which will define India's growth in future in international trade and the growing relevance of India in resilient supply chains. I think this leap of technology that DGFT is taking today will certainly usher in greater degree of transparency and accountability. And I would like to compliment the entire team, Mr. Anil Agarwal, Mr. Baveja, all the other distinguished persons, Mr. Mohammed Moin Afaq, the gentleman from TCS, Mr. Tej Bhatla, all of you for your contribution in making this happen. This particular app is state of the art. I'm told it is cloud-based, driven by analytics in a big way, and will help to improve the efficiency of both our importers and exporters. Easy accessibility of information for importers and exporters will also break the walls of traditional opaque processes, which often are not equally fair to all our participants. The Trade Facilitation app is now ready for Industry 4.0. And when we say it is ready, what do we mean by ready? I think to help our industry going forward, to help our trade and business going forward, this app provides real-time trade policy updates, notifications, application status alerts, tracking down help requests. So the ready, R of ready stands for the real-time power of data in your hands. The E in ready stands for enabling our exporters and importers to explore item-wise exemption data, policy, statistics, track the portfolio in your IEC. So in a way, it's very exploratory and acts as an enabler. The A stands for artificial intelligence-based 24/7 assistance that this app will provide our foreign trade participants. The D stands for DGFT itself and all the services of DGFT, all the data that our importers and exporters require, all the digital engagement that will empower our importers and exporters and make and strengthen the process of foreign trade. And the Y in ready stands for your trade dashboard. It's your product. It's for you. You are the center point of all our work. As they say, customer is king. So you are the very reason why we exist. And therefore I say, we are now ready to serve industry. We are accessible 24/7. We are accessible across the world through this mobile app. And it will be the end of a paper trail for everything. And we'll move towards the click of a button. So what was earlier all on paper, certificates, permissions under the foreign trade policy, documentation, the procedures, processes, all of that will move more and more from paper follow-up, paper submissions, paper trail, manual interdepartmental consultation. We would desire that all of that moves towards a paperless, automated processing system with simple procedures for trade clearance, online data exchange between departments, and digital payments and digital acknowledgements. There will be no need to submit the same data at multiple places, truly imbibing the Honorable Prime Minister's vision for minimum government, maximum governance. I am delighted that DGFT is standing up for businesses as a true leader should, with the e-issuance of certificates, with the e-issuance of importer-exporter code number in less than 30 minutes, with QR scan process to validate documents, with more and more features coming onto this app, will drastically help you reduce the time and cost for engaging with DGFT. We will also implement post-issuance audit systems to manage any risks so that our business-friendly system doesn't get vitiated. Mobile India creates an international trade opportunity for MSMEs and foreign players also. Mobile governance will enable creation of a quality conscious and cost competitive domestic industry and help us significantly contribute to our export target of $1 trillion by 2025 as a part of our GDP target of $5 trillion. As they say, if you want to walk far, walk together. You can run alone, but if you want to reach long distances, you run together with your team. For the advanced app development, I believe more and more involvement of all stakeholders, more and more inputs and ideas of all stakeholders should be invited for further refining this mobile app and help us expedite our technological transformation. I do hope that to support the spirit of oneness amongst our citizens, we will engage with technology and language specialists to develop all these governance apps in various regional languages also. And we can begin with Hindi, but we should take up the development of these apps in as many languages as possible so that more and more people will truly be empowered to engage with technology, and we can genuinely say that we have reached the nook and corner of the country. We have helped ease of doing business for every stakeholder across the country, and we have broken the barriers of English or very high levels of education, which often become detrimental to balanced economic development throughout the country. I'm sure this app will be a great facilitator for all our foreign trade stakeholders. I wish this app all success and will certainly look forward to receiving more and more inputs and feedback to help us further improvise this app in newer versions that will come out in the days to come. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today. And once again, compliments, Mr. Amit Yadav, to you and your team. Thank you.